Guys, welcome back to the next big thing. Today I'm going to talk about my Lotus. It's a Lotus Elise, and a lot of people ask me, is it a good everyday car? Now, I personally do use it for an everyday driver, but maybe I allow things to be more of an inconvenience in my life, kind of like I guess a girl always says in high heels, pain is pretty. Maybe I do that to myself. So what I want to do is bring you guys with me, show you what an everyday life would be like with me in the car, and you can judge for yourself. And I'll tell you real time what I'm doing as far as driving in traffic, getting food, getting groceries, even just getting in and out of this car, and if it's worth buying or not. This is a 2005 Lotus Elise. It's a 1,600 pound car, rear wheel drive, mid-engine, motors in the back. I also do have a trunk in the back. The front is no good, there's nothing. There's no trunk, no hood, nothing opens up here. It's all one solid piece. So we're gonna get inside and take you for a spin. First off, I'm gonna show you what it's like to get in this thing. All right, guys, this car is super low to the ground. I already have a GoPro set up, so maybe we can get some reactions or just normal in-traffic drive time on this car, but it's very low. How you get in it, there's actually no handle. There's a little cup underneath here for my fingers to go into, but it's just a push button is all that it is. A lot of people get confused. I don't know if you want to call that a deterrent or not. So thieves probably wouldn't know how to get in this car unless they knew a Lotus. So you push this in, it opens up. If you want to come around here, Alex, what we have is a super wide door sill. Now this door sill is extremely wide. What it's good for is when I'm eating fast food or I'm on the road, I can put my drinks on it because if the door shuts, that doesn't get concealed at all. It's always open to me. What it's bad for is I have to step over it to get in this car. It's extremely hard. So here, we're gonna do a test run of what it's like for me to get in this car. Now, for normal people, I'm 5'10" and about 200 pounds. Normal people have to open up this roof because I can't, no matter how low you get, it's in my way. So you may not, there, that's the way, without taking the roof off, you'd get in. Now, just so you know, two little tabs here press, and the roof actually does roll up and off, which would make this obviously a lot easier. I don't know. It's a sports car. Okay, so I was gonna show you what fast food looks like getting in this car because it's so low, but I decided on different fast food. I was gonna go to Burger King. I pulled right up to it and everything. I don't know. I'm in a McDonald's mood this morning. I like their hash browns done. You like McDonald's?
Yeah, I did.
All right, we'll do McDonald's. I'll see you guys in McDonald's. Okay, so I was gonna go get breakfast, but my gas light just came on and I figured what better time to show you guys what it's like to get gas in this thing. Not that it's very challenging, but it's not unchallenging. So we'll do that real quick. All right, so it's pretty easy getting gas in these things for the most part. You got your filler right here. You just flip it open. There's no lock on it. You undo your cap. Pretty simple. The way the gas nozzle actually sits in it, you would think it would hit this, but it doesn't. It actually hovers like a credit card's height above. It's very close, but takes the fuel pretty easy. The breather hose works good, no spill back or nothing. Gets a lot of attention. Other than that, we're good.
How much does it usually take to fill this up?
These cars are pretty good on gas. So the vehicles are actually pretty good on gas. I get anywhere between like 26 and 31 miles to the gallon. This one right here, you can see right here, I was telling you about how close it is. It actually gets a lot closer when there's a protected handle. This one's unprotected, so it's a little bit more distance away, but most of them are just a hair away from it. But no, it gets pretty good gas mileage. Only takes like $20 to $24 to fill this thing up. Right now, gas is really low, so it does take high octane fuel, so I always put 93 octane in, but it might take me 20 bucks probably to fill it up, something like that. It's all that I need, so we're gonna find out. But I don't know how many gallon tank it is. I would guess maybe a 9 or 10 gallon tank, maybe 12 at most. So it looks like I'm trying to force in not even just a hair over 8 gallons. So it may be a 9-gallon tank. You know, probably one gallon for reserve, I'm assuming. So 20 bucks. Fill this up from empty for 20 bucks. That's not bad for this kind of car. You know, it gets the kind of attention. Usually a Lamborghini is going to get about 8 to 11 miles per gallon. Your Corvettes actually do pretty decent. But as far as like a supercar style look goes and the kind of attention you'll get for this kind of vehicle, that kind of fuel is not bad. So for that, you can drive it as an everyday driver for that kind of fuel.
Good morning, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Yeah, can I have a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit meal?
A bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit meal?
Yeah, with extra hash brown and a diet for a soda.
What size diet would you like?
Whatever. It don't matter.
It don't matter?
Nah.
What else can I get for you today?
Nothing.
No, I'm straight.
No, that's about it.
Alright, so bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit meal with an extra hash brown, a large diet Coke. That's something $6.09.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
I have no idea the price she said. None.
I heard 2 something.
How much? $6.09. Okay. I don't need a receipt. So I can never tell who I'm giving money to. I can't see them, and they can't see me. So that's sometimes frustrating. Especially when it comes to getting food. It's such a high reach. Oop. Thank you. I might know her. I might not. I can't see her. Well, that's it. Here we go. Oh, another thing. There's no cup holders in this car. So there is no cup holders. I have nowhere to put this thing. Between my legs is my cup holder. So what I have to do is every time, even the how high the garbage is, I couldn't even throw anything away. I'd like break my wrist to reach up in there. This car is so low, guys. Seriously, so low. So what I have to do is I can use this though when I'm sitting still. I get to use that ledge anywhere I want as a cup holder. The door sill is extremely wide, similar to a McLaren, and very tall. So that's a benefit. But yeah, cup holders, no go. So either you're gonna fold it between your legs. The downside with that is the clutch pedals are so close together. I don't know if you can see. In there, they're very, very tight. So if I put one foot up, it actually encompasses 2 pedals. They're very tight together. The problem with that is when I try to put a cup between my legs, it actually smashes the cup, or there's not enough room. So you literally have to drive one-handed steer, e-brake, and shift all one-handed over and over and over while you hold this until you get somewhere and eat. So highly recommended if you have one of these cars to pull over as soon as you, excuse me, get fast food and eat. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. Okay. I don't, okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this. I have to pull over and eat somewhere there. It's physically, unless you're crazy, or Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man, and this is a no entrance. Oh my god. Oh well. You could not, this is difficult. You wouldn't want to drive around doing this, it'd be bad. I suppose if you're close to home, you could probably do it. I don't want to make this a worse situation than it is. Oh my god. You know what I don't know about these cars is if they have power steering. So if they do, comment below. I'm not sure if they do or not. It seriously feels like they don't, or a very, very weak power steering system. It is always so hard to turn this thing in a dead stop. I don't know. I have a diesel dually, and that thing I can do like with one finger, and it's like 10,000 pounds. This thing's literally like 16 or 1,800 pounds, and I like struggle turning this thing in a dead stop. When you're moving though, it's fine. But, all right, I'm gonna eat my food. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So now we're at the drive-thru because my life outside of YouTube is a business life, and I have dry cleaning. I just want to pay for my dry cleaning because I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it in here. Yeah. So let me get out and do that real quick. I will talk to you guys in 2 seconds. So as you can tell, I can't... Wait a minute, there you are. As you can tell, I don't want to pay for a service to dry clean my clothes and iron them out, only to roll them back up and put them in my vehicle. Wouldn't make a ton of sense. So my wife is gonna have to come get my dry cleaning. So it was a check for gas, X for dry cleaning. On to the next thing. All right, so this is a 6-speed manual transmission. It is obviously a lot of guys that drive these things, drive dirt bikes, drive motorcycles. We enjoy the whole, shifting manner, downshift when you want, make things, go down to second gear and make things sound good and put the hammer down. But the reality is that for everyday convenience, it's not so fun. When you're on the interstate, it's not a big deal. You put it in 6th gear, you just cruise. But when you're in town, it is a lot of clutch in, clutch out, clutch in, clutch out. And I do live in a town with the population that's pretty large. We have it's a very big town, a lot of traffic, and I am finding myself doing a lot of that. So, as far as that goes, I don't know, it's a give-take. You do like to do it when you want to drag race against somebody else or have a little fun. It is nice to have the control, but at the end of the day, I think if I could get this car in automatic, I probably would. But for reliability reasons, I do believe I would rather have a manual. And they call that personal or not, but replacing a clutch in this is so cheap in comparison to a manual transmission, or an automatic transmission, where when something goes out, it's usually not just a synchronoid, you have to change the entire transmission. So I think as far as reliability goes, I'd rather have a manual, fun factor manual, but everyday driver, if I could get away with it, probably automatic. All right, first things first, that is loud as shit. The trunks on these cars are in the back. There is no front trunk, or frunk, as they call it. It's a 1.8 Toyota engine, and we have a trunk back here. It does get a little warm back here. Okay. One case of water fits in. You would think I might not be able to fit another one. The trunk actually goes up under the tail of the car. So, look at that.
Is that a Europa?
No, it's a Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So?
I thought Lotus made the Europa.
It works. I have no idea.
Nice car.
Thank you. Thank you. So as you can tell,
I was just fighting an uphill battle.
as you can tell, this episode isn't about this car getting attention, but it does get a lot of attention. Anytime you go to a gas station, anytime I go anywhere that I can park and be outside of it, even the grocery store, Walmart, anywhere, people never know what it is. They think it's a Ferrari, they think it's a Lamborghini, they think it's anything other than what it is. Not a lot of people know what Lotus is. I think it's because they make such a limited number of the car. So, sorry about that. I was just trying to tell you about the trunk space. And even though I have a film guy, Alex is following me around. We had cameras on the car. People I don't think they're just others, maybe just not aware of what's going on. I don't know. I was clearly talking to Alex in the camera, and he didn't care. So, regardless, the trunks are actually pretty decent size on these. I don't want to say big like a BMW trunk. I wouldn't go on vacation very far with it. Not because of reliability. Obviously, I think it's reliable. It's a Toyota engine. It's the same motor that's in the Celica. It's a 1.8 liter. It's amazing engine. Awesome gas mileage. 0 to 60 time is pretty quick on the car. But after that, it kind of loses some steam. But this is more of a car. It actually feels like a go-kart on the road a little bit. That's more of the road feel, and the trackability is what I think most people are attracted to this car for. It's so light. It's so low to the ground. And it handles like unreal. It literally feels like a racing go-kart. Like every little turn I do, I can feel it in the road. It's amazing. But anyways, needless to say, trunk does work for everyday purchasing. If I wanted to buy 10 cases of water, it would not work. Even if Alex was out of here, I could fill up the floorboards and the seat where he's at and still probably only fit maybe 6 total in the car. So, but for everyday driving, everyday grocery shopping, everyday use, I would say it's a pretty good go. I use it all the time. I'm a younger guy, so I don't have a problem getting in and out. Maybe if you were in your 60s and weren't very nimble, or a little bigger boned, maybe you'd have a problem getting in and out. But all in all, the car is a cool car. The door still does sit very high on me, on everybody, matter of fact. So when you do open the door and you got to get out, your foot has to go up and over just to start the process. So it does take some work. But just like, you know, doing your hair in the morning and you know, putting on a nice outfit, or I wear suits every day outside of YouTube. So, you know, I have to tie a tie every day and work myself up to my suit. It takes a lot of work to get there. It's no different. If I want this the way the suit looks, that's what I've got to do. I do like the way this car looks and the way I feel driving. I'm a sports car guy. I love that kind of stuff. It's a very reliable car. I can tell you that. I did change all the, I can't even think what it's called. I changed the spark plugs on it, and the coil packs, that's what it was. I changed every coil pack on this car for $62 on Amazon. I did reviews on them. I know you're gonna say, oh, those are junk, but I found reviews from people that use these cars strictly for race. They use the exact same brand, and I bought them. They were 62 bucks. They work absolutely perfect. So $62. Oil change was nothing. I think it was 50, 60 bucks. I do royal purple and all my stuff. Like I said, it's been a really, really good car. I haven't had any problems at all. I would love to change the dash to a digital dash, which they do make, just like the brand new Ferraris and Lamborghinis have. I did upgrade this to a humongous monitor. It's a 10-inch monitor. I believe it's 10 or 11. I think it's 10. And it's adjustable. Whoop, see, you can adjust it all the way up to even turn my wipers on. And I put this in there because it comes with a the stock one is a single din, very, oh my lord, very thin single din, and that's what the car comes standard with. It looks like an aftermarket stereo from back in the day. I didn't like it. It does block my two vents right here for my heat and air conditioning, but I do have two more vents. I have one on this side of the car, and I have one on that side, which is, this car is such a small space. It does the job absolutely fine. I can still see my controls down here for my temperature, my fan speed, and the location of where I want my fan to go. And that's pretty much it. This car is very, very simple. It's push button start, although it does have a key. It is a push button start on this side, which I can show you real quick. Let's turn it off. So you turn the key all the way on. You have to desensitize it, undo the alarm with this button right here, and then you press right over here, the engine start button. And there it goes. And that's about it as far as this car goes. Very simple car. I just would personally, I would myself definitely advise for someone to get this for an everyday driver. If you want the exotic look of a Ferrari without the insurance, without the fuel mileage killing you, without the high maintenance fee, and be able to put 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 miles on it and not depreciate the car's value, hands down, this, even a Porsche, which I've had many Porsches, Porsche doesn't hold the outside appearance as this does. Unless you're a Porsche guy, no one knows the car. The body style in this car is so crazy. The scoops are so wild and insane, so large, and it's so low to the ground. It just captivates everybody. It gets everybody's attention, regardless of what brand you like. Everybody's got to say something about it, and that's what I like. I'm an attention guy. I like I like to be loud in public. I'm a very big extrovert, and so this kind of fits my personality. And if you like that kind of stuff, this is for you. And if not, then if you still want an everyday driver that does all the same things I said, isn't high maintenance, good gas mileage, pretty quick car, and still makes you feel that luxury feel, I would say Porsche would be the next, and I've had them all. I would say Porsche would be my next line down would be Porsche. You know, the Cayman, Boxster, Panamera, they're all gorgeous cars that give that exotic, wealthy look, demands the respect you need, with the maintenance fees that are very minuscule, regardless of what the public says or what you've heard from like friends and people that don't have them. They're not that bad. And relatively to exotic cars, they're not that bad at all. So we're gonna probably take a spin back home, and if something else happens, we will let you know. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Here. So even for donation. There you go, bro.
Oh, thanks, sir.
Thanks, bud. Yep.
Yeah, I've got it.
Or even for donating, it's the perfect height. Guys, so thank you for watching the channel. If you guys like the information I gave, definitely subscribe. It is the next big thing. Go down to the bottom there and just click the like button, click the follow button, and the little bell, the bing, bing, bing bell. That way it'll notify you every single time I release a video. My spectrum is all over the board. We're gonna talk about all kinds of things. If you wanna give a little bit more to us to keep these channels going, to help us afford the equipment that we get, like these GoPro 7 Blacks, and the camera that Alex is holding, and to upgrade our cameras and equipment to give you the better footage and to do cooler things. We'd love to give back in the new, oh my God, in the Lord, can't speak today. In the soon future, we're gonna give back very quickly here to a lot of our Patreons. So if you wanna be one of our Patreons to get unseen footage, locked footage, and pictures that nobody else has access to, make sure to click on our link and head into there. You can be a part of our Patreon group for as little as $1. As little as $1. If not though, I'm gonna continue to put out these videos and make sure you guys get the best quality footage, everything you guys need. I hope you guys loved what we put out today. I do recommend this car, and I hope to see you guys soon.